Hello and welcome, viewers. Thank you all very much, and subscribers. Really appreciate you guys taking time out to watch my channel. Please hit the subscribe button and please moon up the likes in regards to what we're going to be looking at today. I certainly appreciate the thumbs up. Obviously, when you get a chance to obviously like the video, certainly appreciate that. So we're going to be looking at silver today. Obviously, you can see the silver chart on the main screen. We're going to be looking at gold, platinum, and palladium, as well as Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin, and we will be talking about Bitcoin in relation to its current drop. So we will be looking at that. I also want to share with you, I've got two coins that I've got feedback from NGC in regards to my two coins I got graded. So I'm going to share that information with you guys. I got photos there. So hopefully I'll probably get them in the next week. So first of all, I just want to Palladium's the first person in. Palladium, thank you very much. Yo, how are you doing? There we go. Palladium says first like, first view, first comment. There you go. Thanks very much. Coin roll, Craig. Guys, I'd like to try and get on a little bit earlier, preferably before half an hour's time. I'm normally on about 6 Irish time. So what's that, minus 5 hours for, what's that, about 1 o'clock New York time. So this is the sort of time I would prefer to try and come on if I can, so I can make it. Hopefully you guys can make it too. Right, let's going to take a look. We got up to 4 watching at the minute, so guys, thanks again. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you want to take part in the chat, otherwise you're welcome to drop by later and drop a comment. And for those watching this video afterwards, thank you very much for watching. And if there's any questions, please put the comments in. Let's look. Palladium says silver seems to be doing well. It certainly is. Palladium, if we have a look here, this is the road to $20, as I titled the last live stream. So we have our $20 support level, which is obviously being retained over here. We've had touches here, and we bounced off it, and we're about this level here. So again, we're in a sort of key area here. I want us to keep above the 20-day moving average. This is the 20 moving average. This is on the 4-hour chart. You guys can see up here that we've effectively bounced off the 20 moving average. You can see it there. We wick below it, but that's fine. Therefore, we started to build up momentum above it. That's what I want to see, guys. We've actually hit a high in the last 4 hours of 1717. So we're about 1714, 1713. We're about that sort of level currently at the minute. So we're definitely going to watch it. Hopefully we'll get some more momentum. Our volume, it looks like our volume's dropping off a bit. We can see it here, guys. If you look at the volume chart down here, if you have a look, that is, our volume seems to be slowing down. Obviously, this is from the previous 4 hours. So that was those are the days. So we have had a slowdown in volume. So that's very interesting. However, we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see how that progresses. Silver's currently 17.14, currently $17.14. So I'm sure, look, I'm super happy to see silver still currently in the 17 mark. So I'm super happy about that. Let's have a look. Coinroll Craig, he says 12:30 Eastern time now. There you go. So just before lunchtime. Hopefully I'll catch a few other people. Damn, I gotta go. Need to go for dinner. No problem. Cheers, Palladium. Take care, my man. Thank you for dropping in. Clinton S. Good to see you as usual. Hello, Silver Limey 79, and well, I'm not able to stay, but wanted to say what's up. Love it. Thank you very much for that. Paranoid Philosopher, man. How are you? Awesome. Paranoid Philosopher. Conrad Craig is saying hello there to Clinton. Hello, folks. Paranoid Philosopher. Super stuff. Is there anything that you're currently into at the moment, Paranoid Philosopher and Conrad Craig, in regards to any precious metals, or is it primarily silver? We're going to take a look. So let's have a look at silver on the hour. There we go. So not bad. We're not looking too bad for volume currently. Lovely. I love it. You can see that candle there is still going up. We've got 26 minutes left on the candle. That's over here, guys. We've wicked down to 50 Maverick. We're headed up, which is great. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going. That was a previous candle there, which we hit that high of 1717. However, we've got a green structure of candles forming here, which is great. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see any red candles yet. We've got to keep the momentum going. Hopefully we can build up, get some more momentum for the green candles. Hopefully we can breach or at least try and get to the later teens by the end of the day. So it'll be great to see us around 17.18, 17.19, something like that before close. And then hopefully from tomorrow, we can work our way off and start to really put pressure on, get the volume in, and try and break into that 17.20 level. And then we can keep that momentum going. But we're tracking well in relation to our support level here. This is our map to or road to $20. We're well in that. We're well above it. Oh, this is our low lying support level. So we are looking pretty good there. The last candle certainly is still it's still being worked on. So we've got 25 minutes there. We'll come back as well, and we will be taking a look at that. See, Clinton S just saying hello to everyone as well. Doorbell. Just watching silver go crazy. There you go. Paranoid Philosopher says gold and silver mainly. There you go. Do you have any platinum? Does anybody have any palladium? That's currently in the chat. Let me know if you've got platinum and palladium. I know Clinton S has got platinum. But does anyone else have any platinum? Whether it be a gram, 5 grams, half an ounce, full ounce, quarter ounce. Coinroll Craig says, would love to get some Bitcoin, but don't have the 10K to buy in. Coinroll Craig, you don't need to buy a full Bitcoin. You can one of the benefits of buying Bitcoin is you can buy in fractional. You can buy anything fractional in Bitcoin. You can buy a 50th of an ounce. You can buy a portion. You can buy just from a pound or dollar or dollar value. You can just put in $100 if you want it, or $50 if you want. Do you have a wallet account with an exchange? Just asking. Cornwell. Parano Flosser says, being here in the UK, it can be a pain to buy silver at good prices. Where do you buy from? That's UK based, Slimy. Parano Philosopher, I don't buy in the UK mainly because of the VAT implications. I buy from Coinbase. That is a site or a bullion dealer in Germany. The guys are VAT free. For the majority of their, I'd say a good 98% of the silver that they sell is all VAT free. Obviously, I would probably suggest that you consider buying online. I've used Coinvest. They're a good bullion dealer, such as they've actually got my videos linked to some of their coins. So that is one dealer I would look at. They've got a good selection of gold and silver. The prices are very good. You can try Silver to Go, which is their sister company. Silver to Go generally deals with just the silver. They don't do any gold, whereas Coinvest does both silver and gold. So definitely worth a look on that. Coinroll Craig says he doesn't. Well, the best thing to do, Coinroll Craig, is I put a link in the description for EOS. If you click on that, it'll take you straight to Coinbase. You can open an account with them. It doesn't cost you anything. And then there are you can learn about crypto and you can earn money from it. So you don't have to put any money in. And just follow that link that's in the description. It'll take you to Coinbase. You can obviously get yourself set up with an account, and then just learn the crypto. It says earn crypto, or there's a little subheading called earn, and you can watch these videos, and they will pay you in the appropriate cryptocurrency. And then what you can do is once you've done that, you can then you can either trade it for the crypto, so you can trade that for Bitcoin if you want, or you can start with that, so it doesn't cost you anything. Excuse me. So if you're unfamiliar with cryptocurrency and you want to get in, that's probably your best bets to just play around with it. Watch the videos; they'll pay you in cryptocurrency. Play around with it. At least then it doesn't actually cost you anything. Jody Road says there's benefits of buying Bitcoin. Learn something new every day. There you go. There's benefits of buying Bitcoin. There's benefits. Is that a question you're asking? There's benefits to buying Bitcoin. Well, guys, I mean, don't get me wrong. It certainly is quicker for transfers cross border, and also, I believe Bitcoin will have an asset of value when putting money in. So, for me, I'd say it's definitely worth considering. I mean, do your own research. I'm not suggesting to anybody go out and put money into crypto. Currently, at the minute, I'm not putting money into Bitcoin, and we're going to discuss that. I'm still waiting for lower lows. So we will be looking at that. So I'll bring the Bitcoin chart up later on, and then we can have a look at it. Coin Collector's here. Coin Collector, how are you doing? We got Blended Whiskey here as well. He says, Silver Limey 79 just shared your hat on YouTube. Really awesome. Thank you very much for that, Blended Whiskey. Thanks for sharing that. Awesome, buddy. Paranoid Philosopher says, cheers, Limey. I was looking at a site called Bullion by Post. I believe the name was. Not sure about this site. The problem with Bullion by Post is they send you bullion free by post, but their silver is VAT applicable, and they're not the cheapest, Paranoid. So you're better off really considering using one of the European sites for your bullion. Like I've used Coininvest since I've started getting into stacking. The guys are very good. The process you order, you can either do a money transfer from your bank account into theirs, which I've done numerous times, or you can do a card payment. So they make it really easy, very transparent. They get it posted within the next couple of days. So you really can't you really can't lose on that sort of level of service. AU Current says, hi everyone, I use Coininvest also. My only problem is postage from Europe, usually insured, and that's why I switched to gold. Okay, gold, I presume that's gold.be, I believe. AU Currents. Yeah, the postage, look guys, you know, there's no point buying one coin if they're going to charge you 25 euros. I always tend to try and buy a few. I tend to buy, you know, 10 or, you know, maybe within that sort of region, maybe 9, something like that, because then the postage fee then is reduced. So obviously consider that with any bullion dealer that you guys. The problem with gold.be, I tried to use them once and it was the worst experience in my life. So it's the reason why I do not use gold.be, and the reason why I use Coininvest. I believe you pay for what you get for. Sorry, you pay for what you get. So, I mean, yes, they're a little bit more of a premium on the postage, but man, are they transparent and quick. Whereas gold.be, you might wait a couple of weeks, you know, whereas if you go through Coininvest, it takes them maybe 4 days, 5 days at most, depending on once the money's cleared. DB Stupid, man, how you doing, DB? It's good to see you, buddy. Awesome, glad you made it. Your current says bullion by post are really expensive. There you go. That's what I was just saying. Jody Rhodes, expensive, but I have to say very, very reliable and safe. Well, that's the reason that, again, you know, it's up to you who you want to use, Jody. I'm just saying there are other sites out there you can use. Why not explore them? That's what I did. Silver Streak says, hey, Silver Limey 79, Blended Whiskey, Coin Collector, DB Stupid, Conrad Craig, and Jody. There you go. Thanks very much. Silver Streak, always good to see you. Blended Whiskey says, not sure if folks are using YouTube message, but it's going away on September 18th. That is correct. It's like they're getting rid of everything these days. I mean, Google owns YouTube, and they got away with Google Hangouts, and now they want to get away with YouTube messages. I'm not sure really what the story is there. Maybe data protection, something like that. I meant switch to buying gold. Ah, right. Okay, sorry. Are you current? But yes, there are sites out there where you don't pay VAT. So if you like silver coins, all you're going to do is have a look at them. That coin is jumping a bit this morning, back and forth. That silver is jumping. Yes, that's right. Well, if you look at it now, it's not looking too bad. Ideally, I want us to end in the late teens by the end of the day. I think that would be Silver Junkie 1350. How are you doing, buddy? Silver Junkie 1350. One of my top guys. 1350. How you doing there, Silver Junkie? There we go. Everyone's saying hello there. Right, let's get to it. Okay, so let's have a look at silver, guys. Right, we're in this huge channel now currently. So these are the lines I put in place. So this is our road to $20. So if you constantly, if we just bounce on the bottom here, we are going to get to the $20 mark by October, which is great. That's if we're just constantly bumping, bumping on the lower section. If we break out higher, that's going to change things, because once we're in the higher segment of things, we then start to move up higher and quicker, which generally means that we will then be in a higher position to basically bring that time scale forward. But obviously I'll relook at that closer to the time. but currently we're not looking too bad there. We've got a nice green candle forming, guys. Silver was in the red a moment ago. We're now up 0.22%. Gold is down 0.17%. So silver in the green. I'm super happy about that. We're up 6 cents currently in the last hour. So we'll continue to do that. However, we are looking great. There's our moving averages there. We're well above our 20-day moving average, which is great. This is on the hourly. So our last 3 to 4 hours, we've been kind of well above it. Now we're hopefully going to start moving up and start breaking away from this line. And then hopefully we can get into a nice rally cycle. So I'm crossing fingers. We're going to hit some resistance right here. This is the 1719, 1720 mark between these areas here. If we can clear that, it looks like we've got potential here, guys. Look at this, 1718, 1775. It certainly looks like this candle's exciting. So we're going to keep an eye on this candle. We need to clear this mark here. We're a stone's throw away from the 1720 area. So let's keep an eye on it. Hopefully we can get that momentum going. Nice, sharp, good, nice, strong buying signal in the last hour here, which is great. We'll have to see how that goes. Silver Junkie, how you doing? He says, Silver Junkie says, oh, good, bro. How are you? I'm good, thanks, man. I'm very good. Thank you. Coin Sense and Nonsense says, hi, Silver Laming and everyone. I'm at work, but we'll listen in. Thanks very much. Hey, CoinSense, how you doing? I've got my results for my 2 coins I graded. So I'll share that with you guys shortly. But we'll have a look at the charts first, and let's get on with gold. Right, let's move straight into gold. But before we move into that, we're going to look at the silver article first, and then we'll have a look at the gold chart. Right, here we go. Silver prices have the biggest upside potential. Remain bullish. Okay, this was posted yesterday. Obviously, we got a nice silver bull there. So silver prices have the biggest upside potential. Remain bullish. It says 10 years ago, silver was worth $13 per ounce. So you can just imagine what conundrum we've been in the last 5 years in regards to the price of silver. I would have been silly to make a specific prediction about the silver price that would go to a specific timeline. But it was correct to acknowledge the long-term physical precious metals hold their value. You hardly have to worry about losing value in silver as long as you don't mind waiting. But one indicator in 2009 said you probably wouldn't have to wait long. Silver was trading at a ratio of 70 to 1, meaning that people were paying 70 times as much for an ounce of gold compared to 1 ounce of silver. Excuse me. Over the last century or so, the ratios historically hovered around the 50 to 1. And over a very long time, it's been more like 16 to 1. That was at the early turn of the 19th century. Or the 20th century, beg your pardon. By 2011, the silver prices reached almost $50 an ounce, and the silver to gold ratio hit 32 to 1. You could have sold a silver bought in 2009 for a 385% gain. If not, it's the cash long term. Precious metals are still a better place to store a good chunk of your. But when you sell high, you can reload your silver position after the correction in the prices of the precious metals and scoop up more silver. So again, that's what I've said, guys. You buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. So you got to be patient and wait for that drop down. And we are going to take a look at some more chart. I'll go into a bit more detail in that. Silver got down as low as $14.34 per ounce. At the same time, gold was around $1,270. The silver to gold ratio was 89 to 1. It hasn't been that high in almost 30 years, and it indicates that once again, time to be bullish on silver. Today, as of this writing, with gold prices pushing $1,500 an ounce and silver above $17 per ounce, the ratio is still looking nice, around 88 to 1. And keep in mind that gold is also rising. For the gap to close, so 1 ounce of gold is worth 50 ounces of silver, means that silver would increase by quite a bit. Now, to be fair, the ratio could also close if the price of gold plummets instead of the silver price increasing, which we've spoken about when I've shown you the gold to silver ratio chart. But most indicators say gold is also setting up for a bull run, after Langer in this. For one thing, the USA, $22 trillion in debt, and the buyers of that debt are already slowing down. Ultimately, the government may force the Fed to buy more of its debt, which could likely drive up inflation or risk a default. That would be bad news for the US dollar. Precious metals are a perfect hedge in a world where central banks manipulate the currency. But there's another almost inevitable reason to believe that the price of gold is going up, and I'm here, and that's the supply and demand. Large mining companies just aren't pulling as much gold out of the ground as they used to. And this is one thing I have not looked at, guys, was supply and demand. So this is interesting hearing this perspective here, where they're saying large mining companies just aren't pulling enough gold out. So yes, the demand for gold is still there, but the supply, the interesting catalyst. Gold's been left for dead by investors, and mining companies have had to cut. In the 90s, gold million ounces or more were found at least once per decade. A deposit of 30 million ounces or more were discovered about 10 times per decade. But in the last 15 years, there have been no gold deposit discoveries of 30 million ounces or more. Now, with the price ratio of silver to gold at 88 to 1, you would expect it to be pulling about 88 times as much silver out of the ground compared to gold. After all, the scarcity is a major aspect of the price of precious metal, and that is an absolute truth. Even if you look at when they cut gold production in order to boost the price up, they've done this previously. But the actual ratio of silver to gold being extracted is 9 to 1. So 9 to 1 silver to gold ratio that's been extracted currently out of the ground. So for every 1 gold, there's 9 silver. Very interesting. That means that gold is likely to go up because of the scarcity and a rough road for the US dollar. Now, this is something I haven't been talking about. No one's really spoken about the scarcity of gold. We've all been talking about the demand, how you've got geopolitical concerns, global economy concerns, interest rate concerns, but no one's really spoken about the scarcity of gold currently available. Silver prices are likely to adjust back to a 50 to 1 ratio. Guys, wouldn't that be great? 50 to 1 ratio, just by sitting back and sitting on what we have. If not better, the price of silver is around the lowest it's been in years, and gold just started to tick up. The new supply of these metals is the lowest that we've seen in years. So again, supply also for silver is under pressure. That says it's time to hedge some of your wealth and buy precious metals, especially silver, if you are looking for upside potential. But keep in mind that even though silver and gold are practically guaranteed to hold their value in the long term, the growth is not linear. Remember that these aren't predictions about specific prices at specific times. These are long-term trends. So obviously, in regards to long-term trade, it's not like you can buy 1 ounce of gold today and sell it the next couple of days. It's not that it's much longer than that. So if you bought silver in 2011, you'd be sitting on a 71% loss today, because obviously prices were higher. But thousands of years of history tell me that even if you bought silver at the peak, you will eventually recoup your losses. Of course, to buy at really low prices, and again, that's what I've always said, that guy, buy the dip, buy the low, and sell the high. Right now, and silver prices are right. You don't have to play by the rules of the corrupt politicians, manipulative media, and brainwashed peers. And this is Joe Jarvis. This is the commoditytrademantra.com. Quite a nice article. I think that is pretty good. That pretty much sums it up there. That also we could have a restriction on gold supply, which hardly anyone's really talking about. I think that is really interesting. Jody Rhodes, let's have a look. He says 9 to 1. Wow, that's quite a stat. Silver is cheap as. I know what you mean. It's super cheap considering it's 9 to 1. Bigfoot's Silver hide and seeker, man. How you doing? Okay. Be a multi-millionaire in 1,000 years. There we go. Mudswat, man. How you doing, Mudswat? It's good to see you, buddy. How are you? It says now with your daily chart guy. Thanks for watching, guys. Right, okay, we're up to 8 here. So there you go. That was an awesome article. That's what if you check the playback, that's in relation to obviously silver. Its biggest upside potential remains bullish. They also talk about production in regards to supply issue. There could be a supply issue for gold, and in turn there could be a supply issue for silver because they're not extracting the large amounts of gold and silver like they used to, which certainly is becoming less and less. So again, it could also just be a catalyst again that'll add to fuel up higher prices for a shortage of precious metals. So that is that one there. I think that is pretty cool, guys. Let's check the. We're going to check out gold currently. Bigfoot, awesome. And there you go. That's what's just saying hello there. Fantastic, guys. Right, let's look at gold. What are your guys' expectations for gold? I did put some. I haven't put anything in regards to. I did actually put a. I don't know why it hasn't put through. I did put a road to. So what we're going to do is we're going to create that as resistance. So that's our resistance level. And we're going to put our support level in. Okay, so gold's looking pretty good right now, actually, on the daily. We're sitting on this higher end of the scale here. I don't know, this looks like a curve. I wonder if we're going to see a curve now, and then we're going to get some buying pressure now to start really pushing up, start testing this resistance areas. That's what I want to see, guys. I don't want to see us constantly just bounce up, along this base support line. I want to start seeing us really test these resistance levels and start pushing up, and then we can move all the resistance levels and adjust them based on that movement. There certainly is more potential on the daily. We're looking really good. We're well above our 20-day moving average here. Our 20-day moving average is 1,481. We're currently priced at $1,505 for an ounce. Let's look at the hourly. Right, we're pretty much looking pretty good. We're sort of in the middle of this of our ascending line to $1,800. So we're not looking too bad, actually. We're still sort of in our murky zone. What I mean murky zone is we're in this moving average zone. We've got to break out of this and really start to move up. Where if you look at silver, silver's looking really good. We're sort of cleared our moving averages. We're way above that. So hopefully we can start to get some bullish rally potential. Whereas gold's got a little bit more work to do in order for us. Hopefully by the end of the day, we can be above this 100-day moving average, and then tomorrow we can start working on moving up further up. Gold's definitely got the potential there to get up higher. That is for sure. But what we need to do is we need to convert some of these resistance areas into support and stop bouncing off the support and really start moving up. If we look at the short-term potential here, this is on the hourly. If we look at our support zones, that's our support zone there. And what we could start to see is we could start to see some activity over the next few hours here. We could start to see a form of breakout either to the upside. It certainly is look like we're going to be testing resistance levels here, and then should start moving up. The certainly is a good. I mean, there you go. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours of constantly moving up. So the potential is there. Let's see if we can get the potential, get the volume. We need the volume. Let's push the volume up and see if we can break up higher, and hopefully we can start moving into some more buying zones. Where are we? There's a good buying zone there. That is 1511. So ideally we can start to move up, break above this resistance level here, clear that straight into buying zone 1511. Then we start moving up, really start putting pressure on there. We get to the next resistance area, which is 1520, 1523. And then we've also got another resistance there at 1527. Clear that 1530, and then we start moving up. nicely. So we've got to clear some of this resistance first. Let's see. We'll check into gold. We'll see how gold looks currently. There's a nice spike though, which is great. So we've broken through 1, 2, possibly 3 levels. Well, definitely 2 levels we've broken through there. This is our 100 moving average, 100-hour moving average. Then we've got our 50 moving average, which we broke through. That's our first resistance level there. And if you look at where we've been here, the 20-day moving average has always been, if you look at it here, it's been resistance. Look at that. Touch, sold off. And then we've tried to break through, break back down again, and then we had the volume, broke through consistently up here, which is great. Tried to break above the 100-day moving average. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough momentum, then broke down, broke bearish, and then the bulls came in once the price was right, broke through that average again. Unfortunately, couldn't get any higher. We'd sort of ran out of steam. The bears then took control, pushed the price down, and we broke through our resistance barriers all the way down. And then now we've got buying potential back in now, and now we're starting to make a move. There's the next candle started. It's in the red. Oh, looks like we got a bit of selling here. So again, don't be too alarmed yet. This should act like support now. This is the 100-day moving average because we've broken through it now. So hopefully, there we go. We see we've got a bit of wick forming. We'll keep an eye on that now. Hopefully we can maintain that as support and then start to move up. Gold 1505. Right, Bigfoot says, "Good to see you, Silver Limey. Fantastic, man. I hope you're doing well." Mudswat says, "See the ring in my avatar on the right, so the bottom right is 24-karat gold ring that weighs 17.6 grams. Wow, geez, how did you get that, Mudswat? Looks like something you found." DB Stupid says, "My thoughts on gold consolidation at 1500 for the next month." Wow. Okay, we're going to see now if we can break this resistance level. I'd say, look at the volume. You know, we are seeing some strong candles here. It just depends on this 100-day moving average. If we can maintain that as support, if we can't, then we're going to be headed lower. I'd love to see consolidation. I love consolidation, to be honest. I don't like this heavy up and down movement. I found metal detecting. Awesome, man. That's a great ring to find, Mudswat. Jolly Road says gold is waiting for the Fed cut. Brexit, HK, or Iran to do something stupid, then will explode. Then buying the dips. There you go. Silver Nitrate Man, he says, "Hi all. I'm here to see when platinum moons." I know what you mean. We're going to have a look at the platinum chart in a sec. We're pretty much where we were yesterday, sadly. What has platinum done in the last 24 hours? We're going to take a look in a sec now. Mudswat, we just finished up with gold. So let's bring up the platinum chart. So there you go. That is the looks of platinum. Yesterday, or the last 4 hours, we had really strong buying that pushed us right through those resistance levels, guys. Right, so if you have a look here, right, we had our good buying the first 4 hours, then we had some selling. What we did was, however, we've since broken through all these resistance levels the previous 4 hour, which was great. So we came off a low of $841.97 before we started to move up. So what happened was we broke multiple resistance levels. We had our which one's this? The 200. We had the 200, followed by the 20, followed by the 50, followed by the 100. Smash right through them. Small wick on the top. The next hourly candle, obviously we had some major selling pressure, but look what happened, guys. Immediately buying potential came straight in. We corrected straight back up again, and we might even see this turn green. It's only been 56 minutes, guys, so we've had 4 minutes of selling, literally, and we've been pulled straight back almost back in the green, which is fantastic, which means that we can maintain this candle. Hopefully we can turn this into green. There certainly is some selling pressure too, but ideally we can turn this into green. Hopefully we're up $6 in the last 4 hours. Let's look at platinum on the hourly, sorry, on the daily, beg your pardon. There you go. That's our upward momentum. That's our wedge there. We're not looking too bad. We bounced off support. We can see it there on the wick. Still nice, strong looking small wick on the top, which means that we should have potential to move up higher. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one. We have broken through multiple resistance levels here. I've always said once we're above the 20, we can maintain that. We're in a rally. Obviously, it depends if the selling pressures here that we break down, we're back in that. It's a struggle to get the momentum to get back out again. However, we have bounced off support here. We're still within the zone, which is great. So we've got to keep an eye on platinum, guys. It's up $6 currently on the day. And that $6 has pretty much been the last 4 hours. Let's take a look at the hourly. Wow, that's not too bad at all. There you go. That is our support line. So on the hour, we actually bounced off support. Came straight back up, broke through all these resistance levels. And look what we've done for the last 5 hours. We've kept ourselves above all of these moving averages. So there we go. So that's our 200-day, 100-day, 50-day, 20-day. We're well above that now, which is great. Hopefully we can consolidate now, maintain our strength above these moving averages, and then really start to get the volume in. Let's start. Hopefully we can start pumping up into 860, 870 territory. We've certainly been there before. That's our major resistance level, is between 865 and 870. That would probably be our first, maybe at 861. There's going to be some selling pressure there, but we are moving into buying options here, buying there, buying there, buying there. So hopefully we can maintain a break through that and then moving into the next zone. It certainly is looking very interesting for platinum. And we had our strong, what was that, the 16th? That was last week. Strong buying potential, consolidation, couldn't hold, sold. Obviously we broke through, buying potential broke us back up. Then we had selling pressure. Then we were just hovering around this zone. Unfortunately, not enough volume to maintain. Straight back down, selling pressure, a little bit of buying, more selling pressure. And hopefully now that the bears have been exhausted, we can really start to get on with the game here. Platinum. John Smith, how you doing, John? Good to see you, buddy. Let's have a look. Silver nitrates. There you go. We've got Mud Swat to saying hello there. World Stalker, how are you doing? But World Stalker, good to see you, man. Glad you can make it. World Stalker says, Limey, you got to get your Algory on eBay ASAP and see how much it goes for. We'll be the first one slabbed. I know I got my feedback from NGC today. I'm going to show you the pictures, guys. You're going to take a look. I already know what they are, so I'm not going to say anything yet. Have a look. Someone stated yesterday that apparently all coins that are released by the mint are of a particular 70 grade. So this is proof, but that may not be the case. When I say may not be the case, but we will take a look and we'll see if he's correct in that assumption. Right. Bigfoot Hide and Seeker says, been watching on the TV. So can't comment. Wow, you've been watching on the TV. Thanks, buddy. Man, that's brilliant. Mudswat says, go platinum, go. John Smith says, hey, SS, hey, Limey, I am well. Fantastic, man. Mudswat says, hey, silver nitrates, I found 2 W's on 3 rolls. Awesome. I think, apparently I've heard those W mint quarters are worth like $15 each. I'm not sure how true that is. Are they really worth that? Are they worth buying graded? Those W mint quarters. So Lime is a TV star. I'm on TV, guys. Silver Nitrate said he found one last night in a circulating box. Mudswat, War in the Pacific. Wow. Okay. Cool, man. Silver Nitrate. Are they worth anything? Mudswat says, yeah, mine were the War in the Pacific too. Okay. Cool. Right, guys, we're going to get into that the article. It's the last article I've got, so let's get into it. Oh, that's Bitcoin. So let's have a look at Palladium before we get into that one, guys. We're going to have a look at Palladium now. Anyone have any Palladium? Does anybody have any Palladium? Let me know in the chat. Don't forget, moon up the likes. I want to see those. Want to see those thumbs up, please. You know, we're not moon boys here, but I'll certainly take moon boy thumbs up. I certainly wouldn't have a problem with that. Right, let's have a look. This is Palladium. Okay, we are starting to hit a bit of a recovery here. We've hit a really low of $1,383 an ounce for Palladium. We then since been seeing good consistent buying with some selling. We built up a support level here. We broke through. We then broke through our moving averages, which is great. So we're now above our 20 and our 50. The 50 now looks like it's broken through. So it was resistance. Now old resistance turns into new support. As we can see here, we've got this red candle here for today. We're pretty much on the money there for the wick. Let's see if we can break it down into the 1 hour. Right, there you go. There's the 1 hour. So again, we've been haven't really tested resistance yet. You know, that was probably in a test. They obviously didn't have the volume to try and break through. They broke down from there, and then we tried to push up again. Not enough momentum, and again, same there. Broke down all the way down, but we're still, for our hourly, you know, we're in the murky zone again. We're between our moving averages. We really got to try and get above here. You know, from a daily perspective, Palladium looks good, but again, it's, you know, it looks like there's hard times ahead here. It really has to start pushing up and start testing these higher levels. I mean, don't get me wrong, it certainly has come a long way. Good consolidation level. Look at this, guys. Consistent consolidation, the big pop straight up. We're way above our 20-day. That's great. You can see the momentum there. We're keeping the momentum. Then once we had that sell-off, that was pretty much it. And we've now fallen back into the murky waters of the pond. We're still in a fairly good ascending wedge channel. I'll be quite happy with that for now, but we really need our support level currently is the 100-day moving average. We really got to try and break that 50-day, the 50 moving average. We need to get above that in order to get above the next resistance, which will then turn into support. So Palladium currently priced at $1,472 an ounce. Does anybody have any Palladium? Let's have a look. John Smith says they go for between 15 to 20 bucks each. Jeepers. Okay, thanks, man. I'll keep an eye on any that I come across if they're really worth that. Mutswat says don't buy any. Go search for them. Unfortunately, I don't live in the States, Mutswat, so I can't really do anything about that. I wouldn't personally buy them graded. $15 is about right. There you go. But I mean, I suppose if you buy them for $15 silver nitrate, I suppose, and you buy it graded for $15, I don't think you've lost there. Let's have a look. Yeah, no US quarters in circulation in Ireland. Well, if you have to buy them, yeah. There we go. That's what says I'm expecting them to go down in value after a couple of years. So there's obviously a bit of hype currently in relation to these W quarters. I wish the US Mint would get their poop in a group chit chat, is it, or chit together? That's Bigfoot. Then we've got Will Stogger says, "Hey there, Whiskers. Hey, Homebrew man, how you doing, Homebrew? Good to see you." Then we've got Silver Blackbird 1989 says, "Hello everyone, good evening. How are you?" John Smith, I want some Palladium. There you go. You want Palladium? There we go. Well, probably one of the few currently. Would you currently pay this price for? What would you pay for Palladium? The current price is $1,472. John, and obviously, you know, don't say yeah. I want it. Just come up with a realistic price. I mean, if you look at the chart here, you know, we can see it's come up from the abyss of $1,380. It was at its high so far this year was $1,600. So, would you buy at these prices if you had the money? John Smith says, "Hey, home." And then Rick G, man, seems I keep catching you on my lunch break. I know, that's why I'm. It's obviously perfect timing there, Rick. Good to see you, bud. And then we've got Mudswat at $12. Is that for the quarters, or that you'd buy Palladium for $12? John Smith says, "I would pay at this price if I could afford it." Wow, there you go. Well, he's buying the dip. Look at that. We've already had a big drop, and he could be taking advantage of the dip there. Silver Nitrate says, Mint Director said they'll be continuing the W's and will expand it to more denominations. Wow, okay. So it's obviously been quite a fairly good success there, Silver Nitrate. John Smith says, especially them USSR Palladium ballerinas. Wow, okay. That sounds interesting. The USSR Palladium ballerinas. Imagine how much there would have been back in 1990 for Palladium. Geez, talk about an investment. That's for Palladium, says Matswad. He says $12. $12 for Palladium. Anyway, hey, we're up to 14. So guys, don't forget, hit the thumbs up. I want to see the likes. Moon up, moon them up, moon them up. Right, let's look at. So we're gonna be okay. We've pretty much finished with Palladium here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin quick. Man, Bitcoin is. I'm enjoying this, man. I am absolutely enjoying this ride for Bitcoin right now. The reason I'll tell you what, the reason why I'm just ecstatic is that I haven't bought into it yet because I know that we're going to be seeing lower lows. And man, I woke up this morning and I was like, yes, ecstatic. I'm sure there's some there. I mean, I've got no doubt that people have lost money here because if you watch yesterday's video, I mean, this is Bitcoin on the daily. This is the volume that we were seeing yesterday. 0.48 Bitcoin. Two Bitcoins, 0.005, 0.0010, 0.15 of a Bitcoin. I mean, guys, this is the sort of volume that it just cannot maintain a higher. You need higher volume. You need more volume. We didn't even get to retest this level, which would have made sense. And that's another reason why I held off. I was like, I'd say maybe 10% of me was tempted to get in, but I was just like, you know what, just be patient. Take the emotion out of the equation. Look at the charts. Look at the volume. And you can clearly see that something is cooking. And let's take a look at where our support level is. There you go. So that's our current support level, which is dated all the way back here from June. You can see it touched there. And we can see there it's 9,500. So this line here runs pretty much close to that 100-day moving average. Now, essentially, in yesterday's video, I was talking about retracements. If we tested this area here and failed, we could see ourselves back at this resistance line. And I think I said about 10.1 was probably where the pullback was going to be. And what do you know? I wake up this morning and we were sitting at about 10.1. I mean, there it is in plain red, minus $680. So, I mean, I was looking at people putting money in yesterday, and I was just like, guys, when are people going to start learning? If you're putting money into Bitcoin, know what you're getting into. It's as simple as that, plain language, because it's highly volatile. I mean, people say that silver's volatile. Man, it does not compare to Bitcoin. You can still generally put your money in. If you had money in silver, more than likely a week later, it would pretty much be where it is a week later. However, with Bitcoin, if you were to put 10,000 in today, a week later, it could be 9.5 or it could be 9.1. It could be that much of a drastic change. Anyway, so this, I mean, clearly resistance is helping here. I'm certainly expecting, I mean, if we're able to break back down to the 9, I'd say 9.5 would probably be a good area to get in. I might even consider getting in. However, again, it depends on the volume. So as much as I might be saying, yes, I might be getting in at 9.5, again, I'll be looking for volume. I would want to see significant volume in order for me to decide that I'm going to get in at 9.5. If there's not enough volume, then I'm going to head lower. I'm just going to adjust and I'll say, well, look, let's look at 9K, which is held. Look at this. I mean, there's our 9K. Sorry, there's our 9K there. That is pretty much held. We've got buying here, buying there, buying here, and buying there consistently. And that was our run up to the previous high of 14. Since then, we have not been able to make a higher high, guys. And this is the truth. Look, there is the resistance trend line that goes all the way down here. When we were all singing happy songs together back in June, we were like, hooray, this is fantastic. Oh man, I'm over the moon. Bitcoin's flying. People are throwing money in. And then since then, we have not been able to crack that 14 level. Instead, what we've been doing is there's been the hope of us getting to that level, but who's making money here, guys? I can tell you what, the average retail investor, I don't think so. So someone else is clearly making money here just by selling, just getting the liquidity in, getting the retail investors in. They're the ones putting money in. There you go. Look at that. 0.01 Bitcoin, 1.23 Bitcoin that they're selling. So guys, the market is just too small for this sort of money. Look, buying in there, and he's going to buy it, 10,104. But when's the guy going to sell? I mean, if I don't even know what, I think it's $35, $40 worth maybe. I think at that particular one, I mean, you'd need to see some significant. Why put money in with that volume? Why put it in knowing that it's going to take ages for us to see it? And don't get me wrong, we're moving into an interesting pressure zone here, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Okay, this is on the daily, so we're at 10,100. Let's look at the 4-hour first. There's our moving averages. We started to show signs that we were breaking through that, and everyone was celebrating, guys. I don't know if you guys follow some of the YouTube channels, but the guys were like, yes, we're above the 20 and 200-day moving average. I still didn't buy. And funny enough, whenever we've had these across and then we've sold, if you have a look here, I'll take it back. There was one there. We push across, sideways, sell off. There's been another one somewhere back here. Oh, it might be. It's possibly on the 1 hour, but we've always had these movements where it's been buy, consolidate, sell. And we got there, buy, sell, buy, sell. It just seems too risky to get into this market. There you go. There's the 4 hour. We're bouncing off support, guys. Let's see some of the comments. Who here has Bitcoin? There we go. Bigfoot says the financial world is going to be a pretty tough place in the 2020s. I have a little bit of time left to finish the bunker. Love it. He's got a bunker, man. Platinum is cheap right now compared to gold. I know exactly, Silver Blackbird. If you buy for 1 ounce of gold, you can get almost a quarter of, what's it, 1 3/4 worth of platinum. Mudspot says I'm tiny. My tiny little platinum bar has a cracked die. Does it have a premium now? Probably not. Copper is cheap compared to gold. Yeah, I know it is there, World Stalker. Don't forget your veggies. Be sure to have some garden seeds. It might get ugly. There you go. He's obviously. Are you a prepper as well there, Bigfoot? Sucker for silver, man. How you doing? Good to see you. He says you've been making some good calls on BDC, Limey. Well, thanks, man. But I'm super cautious right now getting into Bitcoin. I'm just not prepared. I'm willing to when we start to see volume come in, and I mean consistent volume, not this Mickey Mouse volume that we're currently seeing at the minute. Everyone's up and if I look at what everyone's talking about, they're like, yeah, volume's coming back. I'm like, what volume? We're at 50 billion dollars a day. That is not mega volume, because don't forget that's dispersed over 2,000 cryptos. Yes, the majority of the lion's share will probably go into Bitcoin, but there's too many people here with big bags that if they want to, they can sell up here, they can sell that, they can sell at the high, and then buy in back low. Meanwhile, the retail guys here has just been wiped out. He can't get back in now. He's got to sit with his Bitcoin that he paid $11,000 for. All of a sudden, he's not going to see any money back until we start to see 11,000. However, again, looking at our touches here, we've been struggling to make those higher highs. We really have. We've just been in a lower low, which just confirms that we're in a bearish pennant currently, and we just don't have enough volume like we did in this first run up. The first run up was magical, guys, because literally you could get in on that one day. I remember when I bought in at 8,000, I was like, yes, I got in at 8,000. I was watching the dip. I bought in low, and then it shot back up like 500-600, boom, boom, and I was like, yes, sweet, we made it. And then it went up to 9,000, and it was going to 9.5, and it was 9.8, and things were looking rosy. We had that consistent volume. Show me where this market here on the left, guys, is anywhere in this mush of stuff that we have here. Because I can tell you what, this run up here is nowhere. I've not seen it in this area here. All I've seen is Mickey Mouse volume coming in here. This run up, sell off. We had it here, sell off. Again, there was just not enough. There just wasn't enough volume. Sorry, beg your pardon. That's this June one here. We had massive amounts of volume, and even in this one up here, this wasn't too bad. But then after that, we've just seen this constant, people selling off their altcoins to get into Bitcoin, and then we were down at this low here. Then that's when we started to get this sort of everyone's selling their altcoins to pump it in because their expectation was that Bitcoin was going to the moon. Man, this is going to the moon. And what happens? Nothing happened. Then the retail investor ran out. There was literally no more money left for the retail investors. When there's no volume, guys, the first thing that's going to happen is price is going to drop, which is exactly what happened here. We had a price drop, consolidation again, and then we had a massive price adjustment down. Just selling. And I mean, that was really painful, I'm sure, for a lot of people there. But I don't see the volume, and I mean, we're down here now. Personally, we got to correct lower. Bitcoin really has to correct lower in order to get the volume back and the momentum. We're not getting the momentum here, guys. We're not getting sufficient volume. If you look at when the volume does spike, is when we have a sell-off. That is predominantly when the volume spikes, and then everyone goes, "Wow, check that out! There's loads of volume there." It's all selling volume, guys. It's not buying volume. Jeepers. Just really frustrates me. He's Bitcoin limey, says Will Stalker. Will Stalker, what have you done with your Bitcoin? I'm concerned. I'm very concerned, buddy. What are you going to do? Silver Streak, sucker for silver, says the break of the triangle is coming soon, up or down. You're absolutely right. But look where we are. We're currently on the bottom here. So we're either gonna see a dump again, but I'm still in the I still have the feeling that we should be seeing we need to see a lower support level. And where is our support level for our mega support level for Bitcoin, guys? It's the 200 moving average as far as I'm concerned, because that is back here. This is the zone we need to get back to, is our 200. It's 8,200 is where we need to be, and we're almost there. We're literally 9.8. We need to drop more. So our 200-day moving average is currently sitting at 8,226. That's where we need to get to, not this fuzzy kind of hazy volume that we're currently seeing at the minute, because that's all we're going to see. If we do not break lower, guys, then we're just going to see these little retail investors coming in with their 50 bitcoins, or sorry, the $50 worth of Bitcoin, or the $20 worth of Bitcoin. That's, I mean, if we look at the majority of these, I was looking at the volume and I was like, wow, this is really pushing Bitcoin up, was these guys. I mean, there's another one. Look at that. 0.01 Bitcoin, 1.84 Bitcoin. There's not the 50s and the 40s. Those are the big ones that you need, and we're just not seeing it. We really got to get ourselves back down to this level, start to get everybody back in to create this run up that we had, guys. If we can create this run up here, man, we're going to be laughing. We are going to be laughing. That's what we need. Is we need this volume where we were doing 100, guys. We were doing $100 billion a day in volume, buying volume. Not just selling. Now we just see more red. Look at that. What do you see the most there? Is it green or is it red? To me, it looks like red. There's too much red. Anyway, sorry. Sucker for silver says, hey Streak, hope you're doing well. XRP Limey says, Will Stalker, don't get me started with that rubbish. Michael Ironman says, how's it going, Silver Limey? Michael, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Awesome, man. Fantastic. Well, we're up to 18, which is great. That's what good, World Stalker. Life's keeping me busy, right, guys? Andre G's here as well. Awesome, saying hello. We got John Smith says BTC is risky. Absolutely, I totally agree with you, John. With this volume or lack of volume, and at these levels here, for me, it's not even worth shorting, man. Because it's going to go up, maybe it might, and you might get those small little triggers, but then that's when you have to walk away. Like, if you're putting in, $100 or whatever the amount is, guys, and let's say you make $50 or something like that. Cash it out, man. That's the only way really that people are making money here, is by shorting it. But you've got these guys that are hopeful, these moon boys. They're like, yeah, Bitcoin's going to the moon, guys. I'm putting money in, and that's how these guys put money in. I saw the comments there on previous videos, and guys are like, damn, I was really hoping for the moon, and guys now have to double down to make losses back. I'm like, oh, geez, know what you're getting into. Will Stalker says no risk, no reward. Yeah, well, what good is reward if there's too much risk? Silver Street, got around, no problem. Cheers, buddy. Awesome to see you. That's what says I have 0.01 Bitcoin worth about $100. Cool. There you go. Awesome. What are you going to do with that? Are you just going to play it a bit? John Smith, I don't have any, but I remember laughing at BTC when it was $300. I know, crazy, man. Funny enough, John, I was one of those guys. People were asking me back in, where was I? 2009, 2010, all of a sudden Bitcoin was on the news when it was those prices. And I was like, who's going to see value in that? Like something that's been digitally created, not understanding it. I was too naive to actually look at the technology back then. And man, I tell you what, if I'd bought Bitcoin when I was a young lad, cheapest, man, we'd be talking some serious money for Limey. But anyway, Michael I says, John Smith, I remember when it was $10 per Bitcoin when Max Kaiser was trying to push it. Here you go. Mudswap, worst investor in the world. Coinroll Craig's back. Fantastic. There we go. Silver Blackbird 1989 says, I sold all my Bitcoin when it was under $2,500. Big mistake I made. But at least these prices I can get back in. Well, look, I wouldn't, you still made money there, Silver Blackbird, in your Bitcoin that you sold. But at under $2,500, man, fair play. I remember in like 2007 when Bitcoin was 0.0009, and those the Winklevoss twins wouldn't shut up about it. $100 back then, and I'd be a hundred millionaire. There you go. Yeah, apparently the Winklevoss twins own 1% of all supply of Bitcoin. Oil looks like a spot to set a flag soon. Until we spring the fossil fuel gap, the petroleum dollar will be king. Bad thing is, it's too tough to hold it in. Hold it in my hand. Very true. Michael I there, John Smith. He says, yeah, I still don't trust it or the government. They want in bad, and the government just screw it up. Will Stalker says, what am I going to do with my Bitcoin, Limey? Nothing. With all my shorting, I got up to 0.9 Bitcoin, and last buy was my last buy was 9,900. I'm not worried. It changes weekly, long term for me. Yeah, guys. Generally, when your best bet is when you get into Bitcoin, when you decide to just go, check it every few days. Because otherwise it'll drive you mad if you're constantly on there checking it every day and you're like, oh, where's my investment? Because if you know you bought in at the right time, hey guys, then life is sweet. There's no need to check it. If you're unsure and you're checking every day, then you probably shouldn't have bought in. And that's about the truth. Let's have a look. Michael I says, I trust crypto. I have a lot of faith in it. I think it will replace coins and paper money. It's just a waste. Will it see 100,000 or even 25,000? Yep, I know. I see all these channels all pumping up, all saying Bitcoin to the moon. I know Back's coming in next month, which is they're doing Bitcoin futures. And I know only time will tell, really. But I mean, it's already come a long way, Bitcoin, and it's already holding. It's holding, its price of, we're talking 5 figures here for Bitcoin. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. Who would have thought back then in 2008 that we'd be seeing a $10,000 Bitcoin or even a $20,000 Bitcoin? Let's have a look. Michael I says, Mudswat, I get the concept, and I unfortunately agree with you. The world is heading into digital currency. I don't like it, but how can you fight it? I'm considering investing something into it. Well, look, also don't forget the initial release of Bitcoin was so that, first of all, there was no identification needed. You didn't need any form of identification. It was completely, the transfers were done you can do a transfer, and you could transfer it between over borders without anyone really knowing about it. You could still see the transfer. You didn't need to show ID to do the transfer. You could send it to peer, so there were no banks involved. Essentially, it was just you and the other person, and that's how you were conducting. And it would cost you a fraction of a Bitcoin to transfer, versus the traditional banks. And I mean, guys, I watched this. I was watching this movie, The Big Short, again, and man, I tell you what the bankers did with the money of pretty much all around the world, man, and how corrupt institutions were in order to to agree to a AAA bond ratings, because if they didn't do it, then somebody else was going to do it. It was pretty scary watching that, and actually watching it again. I remember watching it the first time, didn't really fully understand what was happening in the bond markets, and the what do you call it, bond mortgage ratings and so on, and Merrill Lynch, and how that they were actually approving all of these, and they had like made up mortgage bonds, and it was absolutely mad, and everyone was just getting into this huge bubble, and of course it blew the top off everything. You had like multiple countries having issues, and man, it was really interesting. If you guys haven't seen it, it's called The Big Short. Watch it. I thought it was pretty awesome. That's it. I say we make a run on Bitcoin. Sell, says John. Well, you'd obviously have to own it. Silver Nitrate says, "Hey, Will Stalker, I've wanted a 1966 on 10 shilling coin since Internet was Stack. Bought some a while back with Silver Limey, I think. I'm up for trades if interested." Silver Nitrate, I have 4 of those actually. I'm not sure what I'd trade, to be honest. I mean, I'm open to a trade. Drop me an email sometime and we can work something out. Mudswat says, I think it's worth it, Michael. Michael I. You'll always own it, so you won't lose it unless you misplace the code, or if it gets stolen or internet is wiped, so you can sell whenever you want. Will Stoker says, Nitrate, you're selling one or want to buy one? I'm not sure I have one. I've definitely got one. Anyway, Silver Nitrate. I have a few old Irish coins, though, not graded. Silver Nitrate says, I just wanted one for a while, not graded or anything. I just like the coin and the history. Well, I'm not sure I like the history, but we'll talk. Well, it's the 50th anniversary of the Easter Risings from 1916. So it was the 1966 10 shilling silver piece. I love history and numismatics. I can watch for coins nitrates. I bet Limey has one. They are all over eBay. Most of my coins are in the US, though, and I'm now traveling Asia. Let me know, Silver Nitrate. I'm sure we'll sort something out. Right, guys, let's take a look. So we've done Bitcoin. Let's have a look at this article, and then I'm going to show you my NGC graded coins, the feedback I got. So let's get to this last article. Right, Bitcoin. It says risk slides to 9.5 after sudden $700 price drop. Okay, this is published on the 21st. It says Bitcoin quickly fell from $10,842 to $10,082 earlier today, confirming a rising wedge. Breakdown on the hourly chart. The bearish reversal pattern has opened the doors for the retest of 9,467. This was on August 15th low, only 6 days ago. On the way lower, prices may find support on the 100-day moving average, currently at 9,882. The average served as strong support earlier this month. The bearish case would be invalidated if prices rise above 11,000. Again, I don't see the volume. I know they're just mentioning it, but I just don't see that retail volume. We struggled to even get above 10.8. We hit 10.9, and then there was a massive sell-off. As of writing, that looks unlikely. So even he says it looks unlikely. A convinced move above 12,000 is needed to revive the bullish setup, as per weekly charts. I just, guys, volume. Bitcoin risks falling back to recent lows below 9.5, having strengthened the short-term bearish case with a $700 drop earlier today. The top currencies fell from 10,843 to 10,082 in 8 hours, confirming an end of the bounce from August 15th low of 9,467. Prices slipped into 4 digits on August 13th and extended gains to levels above 10,900 on Monday. That was Bitcoin's fourth quick recovery from a sub 10,000 level since the beginning of July. As a result, some observers are convinced that the new base has been established under 10,000, and the cryptocurrency could soon resume the rally from April's low near 4,000. I know Mudspot keeps calling for 4,000. Could resume the rally from April's low near $4,000. Imagine that, guys. I tell you what, there's probably a large percentage of you who would probably get into crypto if they saw Bitcoin at 4,000. Silver Nitrogen says, if you want W Silver Limey, I'm up for a trade. Do you have any bullion at all? I'd put a few things together for you happily. Drop me an email anyway, silverlimey@gmail.com. silverlimey79@gmail.com. Michael Ice says, laugh my ass off, but at least stay out of jail, Will Stalker. And then we got Will Stalker says, Michael, I'm engaged now. Congratulations. So I'm being kind of good. There you go. There's Mudswap with his Bitcoin. 4K, man. Man, I tell you what, I'd be buying a bottle of champagne. I can tell you that if Bitcoin gets to 4K. I was in Thailand again a month ago. That was Will Stalker. Silver Nitrate says, we'll never forget. Remember my time in Bangkok? Sure will. That's 70. Silver Limey 79. There you go. Right. Let's get back to this. While that seems logical, the latest bounce from 9467 lacked volume support again, which I've obviously mentioned numerous times, as discussed yesterday, and we expect to see to be short-lived. Hence, the price drop seen today is not surprising and could be extended further, as it marks the downside break of a risk with the rising wedge pattern, a bearish reversal setup created by a recent price rise from 9467 to 10956. As of writing, Bitcoin is changing hands at 10,132 on Bitstamp, representing a 5.46% loss on the day. The rising wedge breakdown seen on the 4-hour chart indicates the bounce from August 15th low 9,467, topped out at 10,956 on Monday, and the sellers have gained control. I'm not going to go into too much detail because we've already gone through Bitcoin. We've discussed we haven't really gone to weekly charts, but I'm not going to get into that. Right, let's take a look at my graded coin results, everybody. First of all, does anyone have any questions? Right, so this is. Does anyone have any questions? I'll just check the chat there. Nope. Will Stalker says B2 nitrate. Me too. Cool. Right, on the screen, that is my NGC submission tracking. Okay, these are the two. They've shipped them out yesterday, which is fantastic. I thought they were still in for grading yesterday, but it obviously looks like they didn't update the system yesterday. So these are the two coins I sent in. One was the Germania proof, which I got number 313, I believe, in a box. So I sent that back. And then the second one was the Algrees, probably one of the first that's ever been graded currently by NGC. So let's take a look. Okay, so the first one. There you go. So my proof Germania, unfortunately, only got a PF69. I was really crossing fingers for that 70. However, there was a member yesterday that said apparently all new coins are all 70s anyway. So he seemed to think that it was a bit of a scam in regards to coins being automatically graded 70. But there you go. The proof's in the pudding there. I got a PF69 Ultra Cameo, and that's for the 2019 1-ounce Germania private issue. I don't think I've seen a 70 yet. Currently, as proof, I've only seen 69s. So there you go. I think it's still worth a couple of $100 anyway from a price perspective. I'll have to double check in regards to eBay. If you guys want to have a look at the coin. Oh, Bruce says, thanks, Limey. Take care, all. Cheers, buddy. So yesterday, on here. Silver Wolverine said modern coins are all MS70 and graded coins are a scam. I told him it's hard to get a 70, and so they get a premium from collectors. Silver Stealer, my man, how you doing? I got your package today, so I will be doing a video over the next couple of days. So again, really, it's awesome to get mail. So thanks very much, Silver Stealer. I really appreciate it, buddy, and I look forward to opening it to see what you sent. So thanks for that. Awesome. That was Silver Stealer. Just saying hello there to everybody. Don't forget to moon up the likes, please. I want to see some good I want to see some good thumbs up here. Right. So let's check out the coin, guys. Okay, I'm going to show you now, and here we go. That's my coin right there. That's it. 2019 1 ounce Germania, 5 mark, private issue, PF69 Ultra Cameo. These are my first coins I've ever submitted for grading myself, so I'm super excited. Even though I only got a PF69, you know, fair play. It was my first attempt, so hopefully I might be lucky enough to get a 70 in my next coin. But doesn't that look fantastic, guys? I'm really super chuffed with that. Oh, and I got a package from the Germania Mint today, and guess what they sent me, guys? They sent me the oak leaf. So I'll be sending that in for grading on the next one as well. So I'm going to send all the Germania Mint coins are all going in for grading from now on. But so that'll be definitely on the list. Oh, sorry. Actually, I didn't. Sorry, guys. Hang on. I don't think I shared that. Yes. Apologies, guys. Hang on. Where are we? Hope that's the right one. Okay, so we got that screen there. Okay, hang on a sec. It keeps breaking into various other. There we go. That's this one here. Hang on, guys. There you go. You can see that now. Will Stalker says, "You just proved me right, Limey, because your coins was never handled and went directly to the from the mint." Sorry, yeah, there you go. Hopefully you can see it now. Anyway, Silver Nitrous says, "Looks amazing." Okay, how's the peace dollar? I'll see if I can. I want to just get that to zoom in for you there. There you go. What do you think, guys? Look, it's a PF69. I've only seen the PF69s on eBay. I've never seen the PF70 Germania. I've seen an MS70. Script is half done for episode 1. What's that? Silver Stealer. And there you go. There's the 5 mark. Were they both PF70s? I wish, man. Coin collector. Yeah, I submitted these directly. This was from the capsule that I got from Germania Mint, and I sent it straight in. So this only got a 69. There you go, PF69 Ultra Cameo. I also asked them to note the limited number on there, so luckily they've put that on, because I know sometimes you need but there is a number on the base of the actual coin, on the actual rim. So it says 313, so thankfully they've actually put that on there too, which was nice of them. I sort of wrote that in. I typed in exactly what was on there, and then I actually wrote on there. I was like, number 313. So very nice of them to include that too. Coin Collector 69s. Oh, okay. So Coin doesn't think it's great either. Still very nice, absolutely. Well, let's look at the algorithms, guys. So I'll get that screen up for you so long. Okay, so this is verify. I'm going to close down the one, and then we're going to open up the other one. So verify. This is for the algorithms, guys. So this is probably one of the first. I went for first release. So there it is. That's the first release algorithms. I'd be surprised if anyone else got there before I did. Will Stalker says, "How much was the coin when new, ungraded?" Which one? The proof. Will Stalker. The proof was, look, I got it to the guys at Germania Mint sent it to me to review. But I think it was 169. Oh no, actually no. The silver was, oddly enough, the proof one was fairly cheap. It was like 90 euros or something, or $90. It was a fairly cheap coin. The Germania proof, yeah. I think they were going for about $90 odd, which seems pretty cheap for a proof coin, considering they're the Germania and they're limited to 1,000. I could be wrong, but maybe they were 150 or 160 or something like that. Probably at best. I need to have a look on eBay to see if there's any proof Germanias on there now, just out of interest. I might just put the algorithms on. That might, when I get this, I might just be tempted to just put it on at a higher price just to see who's gonna, if anyone's interested. I might just put that in. I'll say make an offer just to see how what the response is. I'm obviously not keen to sell it, but it certainly would be interesting to see what the market value is. I'll bring that up for you there so you can take a look. Fantasy issue 2019, 1 ounce Germany. Interesting enough, it said what country, but the mint's based in Poland. So I was like, well, it doesn't really say Germany. It doesn't say Germany on the coin, but it does say Germania. So I sort of just left that blank because I wasn't really sure what to say. I didn't want to put anything incorrect on there. But the mint's in Poland. So I put Britannia and I just put algorithms because that's essentially what the coin is. So they put it in as Britannia and Germania, private issue, first release. I thought I'd get a special label, the blue labels that said first release, but obviously they didn't bother. So they just gave me the brown NGC logo. Oh, geez, check this out, guys. You can actually zoom in. Check that out, guys. 001. I got the first one that was graded. Oh my lord! Check that. The first one ever to be graded. An MS69. Man, that's fantastic. Number one. Jeez. Let's have a look here. We've got Silver Steeler says pretty coin, Limey. And then Silver Nitrate says I'm getting into Germanias. They are growing on me for sure. Got the 1 ounce, 2 ounce algorithms for order. Awesome. Germania proof. Silver Steeler says nice nitrate. They are intriguing. The first release still makes it worth more. Well, yeah, I paid $10 for the first release, and it's number one as well. Just can't believe it. It's number one, guys. Wow. Okay. Silver Steeler says nice, Limey. Wow, that's great, Andre G. I just got to go back. I just want to check the other one and see what number the other one was. I forgot to check to see how many have actually been graded because it says there isn't. Okay, so the PF 69. #1 as well. Oh my God. Jeez, that's brilliant. Even though they're 69s, guys, they're the first 69 grade. That's hilarious. I'll bring that up so you can actually take a look, guys. Man, I'm over the moon with that. Will Stalker says, I bet you could get 150 right now on eBay for the Algaries. Wow, considering it's like what, $30 coin, I think some of the prices are going up. Maybe 35. I know 35 euros. These are going for 35 euros, probably nearly on 40 euros or so. But wow, jeez, that was lucky, man. I submitted that like I was the first one to get this graded. Well, I was the first one to get an MS69, so it'll be interesting to see if anyone gets MS70s on this. But I don't. Well, there's none of these on eBay, so imagine, guys, you get 300. Put this up for $300. Awesome, congrats. Thanks, Silver Nitrate. Really appreciate it. Let's check the other one out, guys. I'll just close that one down and I'll select the. Yep, there it is. #1. PF69 Ultra Cameo. Wow. Now I just got to wait. Hopefully a week. Maybe by next week I should have them. That'd be awesome. Cheapest. I'll do a nice unboxing video for that. If you put, he says, if you put on eBay, let us know. It's proof that numismatics and the grading can be big investments. Certainly will do, Will Stalker. Silver Steve says, Limey, it was a quick stop by me. Last day of work before 7-day vacation. Then during the 7 days, son's 30th. Wow, awesome. Dad's 75th birthday, then mom and dad's 52nd anniversary. I'll be busy. Take care. Thanks, Silver Steeler. I will be doing the unboxing video soon. So thanks again for sending that, man. It's always great to get mail. So thank you very much. And guys, that pretty much brings us to the end here. So, you know, as usual, it's always an absolute pleasure to look at the charts, guys. So thank you for watching. And again, thank you guys for joining me. I thought I'd show you guys are probably the only couple of dozen of people that have seen these two coins for me, and then I've got to do an unboxing when they arrive. So absolute pleasure to share that with you. I'm super happy with the grades. In relation to Bitcoin, to keep an eye on that. Hopefully we can crack that 10K, really start getting back into the buying zones between 8,000 and 9,000. I think would be a really good place to start to get in, where we can really get the volume back up again. Silver's at $17.14. We've got gold at $15.04. Platinum is currently at $854 an ounce, and we've got palladium at $1,469 an ounce. So as usual, thanks all very much for listening. Really appreciate you all. Don't forget to hit up the thumbs up, the like buttons, and again, I'll see you all in the next video. And watch out for further content because I need to upload some videos. I've got my first 2 additional MS70s that I've got to show you guys. So be sure to watch that, and I'll see you on the next video. All the best, guys. Thanks very much. We've got just a couple of shout outs. We've got Andre G. We've got Will Stalker, Silver Steeler, Silver Nitrate, myself, Silver Limey 79. Coin Collector, Homebrew, and one more, Michael I. Oh, and Mudspot. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. Have a superb evening wherever you are in the world. And thanks for watching. Moon up the likes, and I'll see you on the next one.